Hello.
We're coming to you from outer space.
We just watched Fall, the movie. I had no idea this was a movie. It came out 10 days ago,
Literally.
and I never saw a trailer, never saw a poster, never saw a piece of advertising. It did have a budget of $2.5 million, so I mean, I respect that. They did a lot with a little budget. But yeah, we saw the movie, and overall, it was a very nice visual spectacle that made your hands sweat the entire movie. I was so anxious, so stressed in my seat. I was just like, ugh. I'm not a fan of heights, and this movie just makes you feel like even though you're sitting down, you're gonna fall from like 300 feet.
Yeah, no, and it's exactly how JC said. Like, it's crazy because this movie, the premise is very basic. Let's just go straight to the story, and there's really no spoilers. I mean, I guess technically we could spoil the first 30, 40 minutes, but we
The
actually missed
trailer
it.
does that.
Yeah,
The trailer spoils the story.
yeah, the trailer. What you see in the trailer is what you're getting in the whole movie.
Just don't talk about the twist. 'Cause that's
Yeah,
the only...
yeah, we're not gonna talk about the twist at the end because I think depending on who you are, you might really like it, like us, or you might be like others that don't really care for it. But what I will say is that basically it's about these two girls that I guess they're rock climbers. That's what JC was telling me. That basically they go and they try to be extreme and they climb this like I guess like I don't know what tower you would call
like a
this.
phone tower, electrical tower.
Yeah, it's like some phone type of tower type of thing. It has like two satellites. And once they get up there, the girls find themselves being stuck. They can't go down, and that's basically the entire movie.
Yeah, so you can tell that this movie, the cast listed online was only 7 people.
Seven
So
people, bro.
you could tell the emphasis was on the visuals. It was filmed with IMAX cameras. The spectacle, the scenery was the big focus because at the basis of the movie is basically a love triangle and a story of survival. There's not much complexity. There is a twist towards the end. However, it's something that is not new. It's something that you may expect, you may not, but it's, pretty run of the mill. But what this movie does really good at is just making you feel anxious, making you feel nervous. The characters are fine. The dialogue is fine. I mean, it's just very just generic. The dialogue,
The premise of it.
yeah, the premise of it.
There's really not a lot of nuances. So this is not a movie where you're gonna be like, yo, what did this mean? What did this scene try to say?
Yeah, there's nothing super
There's
deep
no-
about it. It's
nothing.
just two girls stuck on a phone tower. What happens is when they're climbing it, the ladder collapses and they have to jump, and one of them gets injured, and their bag with their drone in the water is stuck somewhere else, and then they're just trying to get help, but they have no signal, obviously because they're way up there, and they just have horrible luck. It's like everything that bad that can happen to them does happen.
It does happen, yeah.
And there's one scene that we were dying in the theater because one of the girls has to shimmy up a pole like that because they're rock climbers, so they have a lot of strength.
Yeah.
And they have to shimmy up a pole so they could charge their drone at the top where there's a light bulb thing. And Martin
And bro, this part was funny. I actually would like if JC explained it, but basically there was a part where the girl, as she was going halfway, she looked down and she got scared. Her name is Becky, by the way. Funny name, odd enough. And basically, like her friend, the blonde, she was basically like trying to encourage her by saying, "Hey, just pretend that you're dancing on a pole, like a stripper or something like that." And she starts dancing. She starts singing "Cherry Pie," and yeah, from here you.
yeah, but like she was just singing the "You're My Cherry Pie" song, but while she's doing that, she's dancing, so she's like that. And it was like okay for a bit, but then the camera zooms out and you just see her in the distance, like
dancing.
and that killed me. I was just
Yo,
cracking
we
up
were
because
laughing.
and then remember what you said, like how they had to charge the drone to 4 bars, and then when they do plug it in, it's going to 1 bar.
Bro, I was like, bro, I told JC right away, I'm like, bro, by half of the first bar,
If that was us,
if
up
that
there.
was us, if that was me, like if JC was the one trying to encourage me, by the first half of that bar, I would be dead. My neck would be broken. I would have been already in the floor, like 1,000 feet down. I would have.
You're shimmy up, you're like,
You're
oh
like,
shoot.
oh, I can't make it, JC. Don't you start dancing. Don't you start singing to me, nigga. But yeah, no, like it was funny because me and JC were literally. In the knives we talk about it. This movie does a good job of you putting like yourself in their shoes. That's one
Yeah.
thing I do give a round of applause for because you are able to what's the word, empathize or with the
Yeah,
women,
empathize.
empathize with the characters, and bro, it's really stressful. Like You would think that a movie this simple, it wouldn't like stress you out, but it actually does.
That's what they do best. Again, I could tell the focus of the movie was just to stress you out and just captivate you with the visuals and just the high risk that they're in.
Yeah.
But yeah, the characters, I mean, they're fine. You
Yeah,
know, they're
fine.
pretty basic.
They have a drama, so they kind of do. I'm not gonna say. I don't want to say exactly what it is, cause I feel it's better if
Yeah,
you
they
guys
have an
find out.
argument, and
Yeah.
so-
So there ends up being something where something like this situation happens where it intertwines the girls together, and we'll leave it there. But basically, that happens, and it kind of like tests the relationship, and then then at the end, we're not gonna say again the ending, but basically, yeah, that's pretty much the movie, the premise, survival.
So yeah.
So we're just gonna get into right now our ratings out of 10 midgets. So JC, what would you give it?
I'm feeling, when I really think about it, I'm feeling around like a 6 out of 10. So I did like it better than Nope. I gave Nope a 5. I like it better than Where the Crawdads Sing. Again, it wasn't amazing. You know, it's nothing that I'll probably forget about this movie in a few months. It was just very run of the mill, very generic, similar to 47 Meters Down, which is another movie that they did. But yeah, I give it a 6 out of 10.
Me, like being fair and all equal, I think I would have given it a 6, but I'm gonna go with 5.5. I did like it. Just because I didn't give it a 6 or 7 doesn't mean I don't like it. I did like it, like JC said. We actually were both surprisingly shocked. We actually did like it more than we expected. And again, I would just give it 5.5. The only reason why I don't give it more is because I feel like the dialogue was really basic and the writing was not amazing. But definitely, I would say go watch it. You know, if you really want a movie where you can actually like have a tense situation, and if you're afraid of heights, this movie would really do something to you.
Oh yeah, I'll do something all right. but yeah, so that was Fall.
That was Fall.
Hope you guys liked the video. Until next time.
How we go?